Good morning, students. Welcome to the geography class. Today we are going to start a new chapter. That is chapter number 6, Life on the Earth. Students, as you all know that we have started our geography in this 7th class with the force affairs. Can you name that? Yes, it is lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. In the previous chapter, you have studied about the lithosphere in detail. In the chapter number 4, you have studied about atmosphere. In chapter number 5, you have studied about the hydrosphere. So this chapter is related with the biosphere. So here we go with the chapter Life on the Earth. Students, before starting today's topic, let's start with the learning outcomes. Learning outcomes that enable your learning to a directed goal. Student, after watching this video, you would be able to state the meaning of ecosystem. You would understand the relationship between plants, animal and human beings. Classify the vegetation belts of the world with flow chart. You can categorize the plant kingdom into various categories that we call vegetation belts. Distinguish between tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest. As you see, we have a variety of vegetation on the earth's surface, so we will categorize the characteristics of tropical evergreen forest and deciduous forest, and you will be able to differentiate them with the help of their characteristics. Identify and locate the tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest on the world map. You would be able to locate and identify the places where we found these forests. Students, for millions of years, our Earth was a barren planet without any life. The first form of life appeared in the water bodies belonging to the flora world. Flora means plant kingdom. And afterward, it gave way to another form of life which is called fauna. Fauna means animal kingdom. So, the relationship between plant kingdom, animal kingdom and human beings with their environment is known as ecosystem. The first human being who appeared on the earth's surface was called Homo sapiens. So, as we know, our earth is a planet which has life. The living zone, that is biosphere. This biosphere has plant kingdom and animal kingdom. And both of these are living in a harmony in this biosphere. Now you see, living things and non-living things, all are interrelated, all are interdependent for their existence. For example, plants prepare their own food with the help of non-living things. For example, sunlight, air and water. And that is why they are called food factories. They prepare their own food. And they also satisfy the basic needs of the animals. And animals also provide soil nutrients to the plants for their growth. Human beings are the most important because they are consuming both plant as well as animal for their food. So, we can say that all plants, animals and human beings are living in the environment. In the plant kingdom, we should understand the meaning of vegetation. The assemblage of plant species, or you can say the variety of plant life, in a natural environment is called vegetation. It includes forest, grasslands, bushes and shrubs. You see, plant life vary from place to place. There is lot of variation because there is difference in climatic condition. For example, you can say the equatorial region receive direct sun rays and heavy rainfall throughout the year. So trees found over there are very tall and dense. Whereas the desert areas receive very high temperature and very less rainfall. That causes a very less plant life and animal life over there. So, on that basis, we divide the vegetation of the world into various belts. Let's study the flowchart. The vegetation belts of the world. The vegetation belt of the world can broadly be divided into various categories. Number 1, tropical hardwood forest and temperate softwood forest. So hardwood forest can be further divided as tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest. And temperate softwood forest has their own characteristics. Other than that, we have grasslands that we can divide even into tropical grasslands and temperate grasslands. Further, we have deserts. Deserts can also be divided into two categories, hot deserts and cold deserts. So the area which receive very high temperature is hot desert. The area which receive very cold conditions, frozen conditions, is cold deserts. Tropical hardwood forest. Today we will discuss tropical hardwood forest in detail. These forests are found in tropical regions between 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south. On the basis of difference in climatic condition and vegetation, these forests can be divided into two groups. Number 1, tropical evergreen forest, and number 2, tropical deciduous forest. So let's study in detail about each of the categories. Tropical evergreen forest. These forests are found on both sides of the equator between 10 degree north to 10 degree south latitudes. It is also known as equatorial forest as it is located over the equator. They receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. The temperature remains very high throughout the year, and that is why these trees remains evergreen and the name given evergreen forest. These trees are very tall. The main trees found in these areas are ebony, rubber, mahogany, rosewood, etc. Now let's see the location of tropical evergreen forest on the map. You can see in the South America continent, the Amazon basin is having the tropical evergreen forest. The 0 degree equator passes through it. Secondly, the Africa continent. Africa continent is also having this forest near the Congo basin. It is also known as Zaire basin, but nowadays the name is changed as Congo basin. You can see few islands in the Southeast Asia also. Here also we find the tropical evergreen forest. You have to shade the areas with the green color on the equator, same as done on the map. Tropical deciduous forest. These forests are found between 10 degree north to 23.5 degree north and 10 degree south to 23.5 degree south latitudes. These forests are also known as monsoon forest as it receives the moderate rainfall, and most of the rainfall it receives during the rainy season, which is also known as monsoon period. So that is why the name given monsoon forest. The trees here shed their leaves during the dry season. The trees of the area shed their leaves in the dry season. As you see, India is also having a monsoon rainy season, and nowadays we are facing a dry season, and in this time period the leaves of the trees shed their leaves because of dryness in the atmosphere. Trees found here are of medium height. They are not very tall as tropical evergreen forests. So trees are medium height. The main trees found here are sal, teak, bamboo, shisham, salwan, etc. You can see these trees are commonly found in nearby areas. Most of our furniture is made out of sal, shisham, salwan, and we see so many things in our daily use which are made out of bamboo. So the deciduous forest is mostly found in India, China, and eastern Brazil. Now let's have a look on the map also. You have to locate the areas on the world map with the light green shading as done on this map. You see, the most of the India is covered with the deciduous forest. Along with that, China and eastern Brazil also. Students, so we have completed our tropical hardwood forest. That's all for today. Now the time for home assignment. Student, you will draw the vegetation belts of the world with the help of a flow chart and locate the tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest on the world map. So this is your home assignment. Till then, take care, stay safe at home. Goodbye.